go.
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, listen, my VT TradeGateHub. Listen, you got to know what style you're in. All right. The last thing to worry about here, as I say it all the time, is stopping. It's up to your style. I'm not going to talk you out of, maybe taking this position and now at this point. If you want to try to, to start a position here, I'm not saying it's the best one, but certainly taking it overnight and taking the chance is not something I do in the short term. There's a lot to digest. LUV earnings. I want to talk about something. Today, you almost looked at, ServiceNow hurting the sector, taking Microsoft down at 1.2, by the way, the 10-day for those, students. You almost thought it was ADI. It had earnings. The semi's still going. There's the chart. Hold on, let me take my picture off the screen. There's the chart on ADI. Marvell still. Okay? But then you have something like this hot IPO that I used to trade, FIGR, going under the software stock, under all the moving averages. You having a big day, team. This looked like it was breaking out 24 hours ago if you had the overnight. By the way, it doesn't look like a lot, but yesterday's close was 74, today's low was 65, gives you a $9 range. You don't really have to pick it up that much. It's always a good advantage to buy stocks above the moving average, conversely short. How about QS? See the range on this thing? They ripped it on the open, completely fell apart. How about this one? J-Norm, you see this? What happened to Skills? Why did Skills go from 4 to 20? Did anybody see Skills today? That's incredible. Nobody saw the stock go from 3 to 19 on 18 million shares, Skills, right? How much did Google trade today? 9 million shares. You trade Google? Fine. Let's go to another one. You trade, what do we trade? TRT. 20, it's got volume. Don't be afraid of it. Look at this board. Wix. Hut. I was short that too, and I covered it early. Chewy. Kava. Wayfair now. Car. That's self-explanatory. FuelCell actually came back quite nicely. HIMS. 10. I'm in 10. All right, let's talk about, if I don't have any questions, let me finish what I'm talking about. What I had written down. All right, Nokia earnings. Okay, now I made a mistake here, a real tactical error. I was up at 4 freaking in the morning shorting this thing. Really, and I showed it at the top. I showed it 24,000 shares at 11. And I covered like 1070, and I really didn't. I had a winner, and I could have taken it up a little bit. I'm not calling the top, but it did break the gap, and it felt like yesterday it did close the low, and God forbid it closes below there. But ARM, another one they want. They're telling me to forget about it. They're saying this thing is like they said that about AOI until it went down freaking 50 points in 2 days. What's taking calls? All right, CSIQ. I'm in it. Okay. How about this one? NXT. Calls. Next move they say is solar. NXT. SEDG. Great call. It was in the room yesterday, Power Hour. There it is, up $5. Who had that call? Rich, I know I chided you for not having it. I tried it myself, but this is something you want to see. Through this whole, whatever was going on, the stock is, regardless, whatever freaking sector it is, has held the moving averages nicely, moving up, moving up. Then these short-term moving averages start to curl up. It breaks that down channel, has some volume, and you let your winners go. I didn't get it. Great call for whoever that was, but I do have CSIQ. Now, this SCDG is something special. CSIQ, I'm in it. Go to yesterday's Power Hour. I bought the laggard. Nice job, Mikey. Cypher, more calls. Don't kill the messenger. Pure calls. Oh, by the way, how about this MSOS? Okay, there was the rule of the if you will, pin action on the news. In this type of environment, just on pure speculation alone, because I say it all the time, you see this move here? It's got it in it. It's got it in it. And now the news really came out. And in this again, in this environment, it's something like a skill. This should have been This should have been a third driver, and it only could muster 40 cents. So once the news came out and it broke yesterday's high, 548. Watch this. I can tell what happened right here. Is that where it is? It should be. That was it right there. So that's price action for you. Maybe you want to start building a position here again, but certain Tesla, a beautiful another example of price action. TSLA is the symbol. Okay. Tesla last evening, as you all know, and you don't even have to freaking have a scanner. After reporting numbers, had a high of 412. Okay. Now, know your environment. At that time, the chart was breaking out of everything you wanted. Almost looked like an SCDG type of thing, although SCDG held the move. All right. Now that had it again in this environment with Tesla, it had its chance. Now it gave it all back. I'm not saying it's going down any further. It should be, but I'm telling you, that's poor price action, no matter what the stock. I'm not biased. I'm not even in it. I booked QXO here just before I came on the air. Here's me. Hold on. For those. Yeah. Where is it? Show executions. Where is it? Oh, right here. I didn't buy that much. It should have came up more. Right there. That was me. I bought boom. QXO, I bought right here. I took a shot on the 200 day. Why not? Now I got to work. And now it almost feels like a VG. And VG, by the way, taking calls right there. One problem I have with VG is the weekly has a lot of resistance. But in this environment, you know what could happen with VG. That's where I stand. Yes, it is in the fund. Calls. Fresh calls. And I'm going to show you. But this is your chance to write them down. Sexy calls, in my opinion, too. Okay? Cipher, more calls. But you know what? That's going to need a little bit of time. That feels like it's news coming. It's whatever. MO. They are buying a lot of MO calls. And I'm going to show you the feed. But they're buying a lot of MO calls. They're buying QXO calls. That's why I bought it. Get in there. They're buying PCG calls. You know what? That's fine. That's not, I've seen worse. California wildfires. IBM had call. Do you know IBM? This is where this is where I look at scanners and I completely turn into, or at least try to be some sort of algo or cyborg. All right. I'll look later. Well, I know IBM had numbers. You know, do I really want to know? Maybe I'll read it later when I have a freaking coffee or something or whatever I do. And I'll read about it. But all I know is IBM is worth doing later. I'm going to read it. I'm actually interested in it. Nokia, again, same thing with numbers. Lockheed Martin had numbers. You know that? Is anybody familiar with the freaking fact that Lockheed Martin? I'm serious. You should, because you should have a scan. Where am I? Should have a scanner. Stocks that trade over 1 million shares a day, whatever it may be. Market capitalization of $1 billion, whatever it may be. Stock on the 200 day. Lockheed Martin. You might not want to make the trade, but like I said before, when you keep going over these things, would I be in it now? No. Would I be in it now? Yes. Then you look back tomorrow. Oh, I should have been in it then. Or I shouldn't have been in it now. You do that for 20, hopefully it takes you a little less than I did. You do that a long time, it seeps in, and you freaking just, you want the ball. You ask for the ball. It's like Jordan. You don't run away from the trade. I'm not even saying it's a trade, but you need help with these things. I'll say it to him blue in the face. It's for your benefit, not mine. I got mine. Miser. Why sometimes stock have massive call buying but bleed at the same time? I'm going to tell you why. You answer your own question. They wipe themselves out. There's so many calls. They sell the calls and they hold on to the stock. Don't worry about that. All right, I just posted here. All right, another one. Price action. Heisenberger. Where's the CEO? The CEO of ServiceNow is probably literally worth 100, 200 million if he's not. $3 million worth of stock at 104. He's underwater. How about those Nike guys? Here, I just posted this. And this is when some of the leaders outside of the semiconductors are starting to crack a touch. NAM, what happened here? Exposure. Okay, rotation. Maybe everybody wanted to jump in at skills at one point. That's incredible what skills did. Intel after the close. Core after the close. Newmont Mining after the close. That's why lawsuit victory. All right, so listen, I'm not in the trade. Trend Spider, as you should know, it's one of the few people I follow. Everybody follows him. So it ripped 450% on news of a lawsuit. Okay. What is this? That looks like good. What price is that? 14? That's a short at 14. News is out. Where was the 14? We sure did you reshoot? This is the spot to reshort it. Where am I? Right here. That was the number. How about Bird? Sitting at 7. Surprised it's even at 7. I appreciate it, Miser. Where is everybody? Jane Norm, did I offend you? It's impossible. Was it the ACDC reference? I know you're a Catholic. I am too. Let's go back to what I showed you before in option calls. Power hour on the Jesus feed. Get to know it. Let's paraphrase. CSIQ, there are the calls. You're welcome. Power hour. Intel, earnings after the close. Iron, a minute. FLG, I couldn't hold it. Good bank. Power hour. Oh, not a lot going on in individual names. Mostly chop in range for equities as we head into the heart of earnings season. Okay. What that says to me, stock picking and rentals only. You want to take a shot here at freaking Lockheed Martin and build a position for your kids or something? I get a QXO a minute. When's 5-7? Oh, it's a month away, 2 weeks away. PCG, there are the earnings. You're welcome, Mike. Always trust the date. I'm not even in it. Mo. Oh, that's not Mo. Nike. All right. NXT. There are the calls. More VG. There are the calls. Skills. Where is the XTI? Where's Mo? Oh, here we go. Mo. Earnings next week. This is what you want to see, and it may not work. Let's look at the chart first, and then we'll dissipate. There you go. Weekly. If this was a freaking semiconductor, would you buy it? Yeah. If this was a gold stock, would you buy it? Yeah. Sorry, I'm getting animated. Freaking long. Mo has been a strong name for a while now and digestive since late February. Okay. Don't kill the messenger. Don't make me say I told you so. This is a gold stock, which way? Yeah. All right, no one's in. You know what? Okay. What's this thing? CPIX. Caterpillar. You know what? Caterpillar's up because URI had numbers. Cat. The animals again. Cat. No deer. I am. No, everybody figured the game out. I'm only Meisner. All right, everybody figured it out. Well, beautiful. I'm glad. I'm glad everybody figured out that trading. So I'm glad that we can move on. Nobody has any questions. Everybody has it all figured it out. All right, no problem. You're welcome, Marty. And Marty follows me, believe it. I know a lot of people follow me. Marty's a follower. Good dude. Well, that reminds me. Massive gold flag setting up. And Max. That's why Rich, you see that in Max? That's why you don't want to hold garbage, man. That's why you don't want to hold the garbage. FOY. SYM. Sherry's on her phone. Listen to the IBD podcast. Sim, you know what, Toddler? Good question. I mean, it's getting hit with the rest of the group. It's what you want to see, right? Still above the moving averages. You don't have to log in on Tubal, Toddler. You know you're getting to be a regular. You don't have to apologize. It's all good. You can always go here. Sim, it's what you want, right? The breakout had heavy volume, pull back on low volume. Above all, the moving average seems to be one of those flags. If it has news, it's going. I like it. Would I buy more? I don't know. You know what I mean? Probably. If it's good enough, I'll join you. I'll hold it what it is. If this looks good, I'll buy it. Right here, I'll buy it. You know where I'll buy bid? I'll buy. 61.90 is where you really want it. 61.90. Lower, maybe. Actually, you wanted to close above the weekly. You wanted to close above 63.12. That's the bottom line. That's the weekly and the close. That's where you wanted to stabilize. Weekly. Everything is weekly. Individually, Linda Radke said it. Weekly. NKLR. Boy, you're really rubbing this freaking thing in, Sherry. You have time to take time. You have time to do everything else. To not share, because you say you're on the phone, but then you put the phone down and you give me that KLR. It's nuclear. What is this thing? Great looking, Sean. Great. You know what? Listen, I'm being facetious naturally. Maybe because I'm secretly wishing I was in it, but I'm not that type. But this is what you want. This is what I like. It flatline. It's obviously what I said. It's a SPAC again, to be redundant. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Are you okay, Toddler, with the sim question? That makes sense, right? Do you agree? Talk to me. I'm not, listen, I'm not, I didn't write the book on charting or trading for that matter. As everybody answers that question, let's go to the 52-week high list, which seems to get Global Foundries. That's in the floor. They didn't even look at that. Global Foundries. We're in that, baby. Don't mess with us. Oh my God. I didn't even look at it today because I don't have a lot of it. Believe me, if I had 20,000, I'd be looking at every tick. You know how it is. But I have enough to make a difference. Just like Poet. 52-week high list. Amazon, you heard of it. Avago, the old. Look at this list. Still broad-based. I know they're pulling back. I get Microsoft and ServiceNow is up. Remember, you still see Caterpillar. You still see CSX. You still see some oils taking calls. You had Jabil Circuit right here that I gave to Sherry as she's chuckling about this freaking nuclear stock. I gave it to you 306. Fact. You're welcome. But you remember the ones that I didn't give you, not the ones I did give you. Touche. CMI, Cummins Engine. You know what that goes with? Yes, they make engines. just like Caterpillar and URI. They'll remember the bad ones. They'll remember the bad ones. It's amazing. My dad was an athlete, and they never cheered on they always loved the boo louder than they loved the cheer. It's amazing. It's all right. You go. It's all good, man. You go back from a bereavement situation. I'm glad. I hope. Cheers to you, go. I hope you're checking in. Let me take this off. Uh, to be part of it, not to sound corny or be a dork. We both know I'm not a dork. Uh, but I appreciate you checking in for community, man. Hope it all is good. Seriously. No, always another trade. This was, by the way, as I have to talk about this. Uh, Tyler and I were talking about Sim just a little minute ago. And here's his response to what I said with his opinion. And I want to hear it. I'm going to share it. Thank you on Sim. I might wait for a close over the 4 hours. So you're a 4 hour person. That's interesting. I don't know what the 4 hour is. 65.78. Ooh. You don't want to pay out that much. When you jump the gun, it was like, but listen, see this? I jumped the gun too. Okay? No, it's okay to jump the gun. I'm not placating. You know me. If I'm shy, I'll tell you. And this is the answer. But you can bought a quality stock. In all due respect, I get stuck in a lot too. But it's not like you bought NMAX. Now you got to wait for freaking 2 weeks or a month for it to pop on some sort of exogenous news, and it will pop 20-30% for like 10 minutes. Buy quality. Another post. It's just not a post. Even if you don't agree with what's going on and don't trade them, this Ariel guy and they group stocks together. They moved in groups. So this guy's pointing out Texan. Oh, maybe Texan goes with ARM. That's why ARM's parabolic today again. SEDG and NEXT. This freaking he watches the Power Hour too. We're all chasing the same shit. I'm sorry about the language. You know what I mean? Maybe I get in a little earlier, a little later. Maybe I size up poorly, but listen, it is what it is. You know what I mean? Except Mo, that might sneak by everybody except the people in TradeGateHub. Big Mo. I hope you have that Schlumberger juice. Except Mo. Every time I mentioned SLB, you were giving thumbs up. I hope you're in it. This Schlumberger. Pounding the table. That's no fun too. What a comeback. Now this core's got to work for me tonight. Oh my God, where is it? Look at core. My God. This was 670. What a freaking pullback with the rest of them. DULO again. First, the poorhouse to the penthouse to the back to the poorhouse. It's worse than it looks, believe me. They all remember the losers. It's all right. It's okay. No problem. SGHC. Can I say that anymore? Mo, Paul, SGHC, still for you know how long it is? It's like 6 months. CSIQ, NXT, QXO, PCG, VG, SEDG. That's up to you. You don't want to top tick that thing, or else you'd be like Toddler and it's him. You'll be waiting for it to pop again. CGV. Is it good? I'm signing off. We have any questions? I know it was a reference to Jable. You're quick, Sherry. I'm not going to SG. I'm sorry. Oh, Sherry, your name. You can say your name. No, you're quick. I knew what you meant, Jable. How did that flex do? Oh, oh my God. That hurts. That was the breakout right there at 80. Even something to have. What a freaking hypocrite. How about the smart? Another one. Where's Rich? Rich with the smart, man. That's why smart, by the way, which went to the weekly. That's why I didn't love it. I traded it very well. I sold the top. Now it's coming back to the moving averages again. You know what? The last time something did like that, they worked. Look what MSOS did. It broke out and then it came back to the moving averages and popped again. Gino. Oh, Gino. Time something did like that, they worked. All right. We're going to let it go. Remember, don't be surprised we have some things moving on the Intel news. Newmont, Core, MXL, one of the hottest stocks out there with earnings after the close, too. Pistachio, lie down, Bubba. BKR is earning, the best driller out there, makes Slob look like Nokia. That has earnings. NBR, somebody called that nicely. And I counted with Tidewater. Okay, cheers. We'll leave it there. I'll do better tomorrow.